everybody, it's Rebecca.
And Sean.
And welcome to
Our Life Growing Old.
Rebecca's Gastric Sleeve Journey. Well, we're almost to the hospital. It is 6:09. I have to be there at 6:30. And I'm not nervous, not really. I'm tired because I couldn't sleep last night. But I'm not nervous or anything. I just ready for it to be over with and ready to go.
Just recording some stuff.
Huh?
Just recording some stuff.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, Rebecca's done with her surgery. It went well. She's going to have to stay in the hospital overnight, so she'll be coming home sometime tomorrow. And we'll see how she feels. Later. Smile. No smiles? Alright.
I would have had surgery a week ago Wednesday, so I'm a week and a few days out, and I'm doing great. I'm still healing. I do have a incision here that is still kind of leaky, but that's where they took my stomach out of, so it's a little bigger, and it's healing. It's just going to take a little longer than what I would like it to, so I have to keep it covered. But it was a pretty easy operation, I would have to say. The bad part was coming home and getting off of the pain medication. I didn't want to take it while I was in there, and I asked them, and they said that their rules was I needed to take the pain medication. And I wasn't real happy about it because I was taking a really strong dose of tramadol, and it wasn't, I didn't enjoy it.
Well, you weren't on any pain anyway.
No, I had no pain.
Yeah.
I got out of the surgery, and they took me to my room. I remember them taking me to my room. I don't remember recovery at all, but I remember them taking me to my room. And I remember him coming up, but I don't remember everything that we talked about. I remember he was reading some of the text messages.
Yeah, she was pretty loopy.
Yeah, I was still pretty out of it. So he left me alone. Then came about that evening. You came back up that evening, didn't you? Because I was sitting in the chair, right?
No.
Okay, so
No, I came up. I stayed there during the surgery, and then I came up later. I went home to take care of the dog. And then I went back up there because they called and said you were in your room. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go on up there. And then she was all loopy and everything. I don't even think she really knew I was there. So
no, I do remember.
She was in and out of sleep, so I was just like, well, I'll just go home.
Yeah, I remember you being there. And I remember you reading what the people were texting, but yeah. I don't remember what you read because remember I had you reread it the next day.
Yeah. Well, so, you called me later on that night.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I finally woke up, and I had to use the restroom, and they said, because they were giving me all this fluid, and I wanted something to drink. And so they brought me in ice, and then they got a call, and they said, yeah, she's awake. Why don't you bring up her tray? So they brought me up all my fluids, you know, that I was allowed to eat, which I was hungry. And then they brought me water. And so I got up and went to the bathroom. And so while I ate, I asked, can I sit in the chair? I had a real nice comfy chair. I said, I want to see how comfortable it is. And so they said, well, yeah. And so they put me in that chair. And I sat there for a couple of hours. I turned on the TV. I ate and, you know, was watching TV. And then I got up and went to the bathroom again with their help, and then they put me back in bed, and then I was done for the night. I fell asleep. Had a lot of people in and out. And then he came up the next day. He came up to really see his sister.
Yeah, she's having a surgery too.
Yeah, November 10th.
Yeah, her husband already had it.
Yeah, he's ahead of me. And so Dr. Callista come in and he set these little cups. I have them, but they're only about this big. And he set them up, 3 of them, and well, his assistant did, and they poured water in it. And he said, if you can drink those 3, gulp them. He says, I'll send you home. So I gulped them. And the last one, I kind of went, you know, because it hurt. But then he sent me home. We were home by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, weren't we?
Yeah.
And so I was fuzzy for a few days and even kind of remorseful at first. I was like on day 3 and I wrote on the Gastric sleeve page that I'm on, oh, please tell me this gets better.
She was just depressed.
I was depressed. Well, I talked to Dr. Anderson, my physician. We had to go see him on Monday. And he said that the tramadol did that to me. And so after I got done talking to him and everything, about Tuesday, I started feeling better. And here it is Friday, and
yeah, you're back to normal.
I'm back to normal.
Well, as far as mentally, anyway.
Yeah, mentally. I'm still struggling. I'm supposed to walk. I haven't walked at all today, and I need to get busy. I'm supposed to walk 20 minutes a day to prevent blood clots, and I need to get busy. I think I did 15 yesterday. I haven't done any yet. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
She's taking blood thinners, too, to help prevent blood clots, which are shots twice a day she has to get. I've been administering them.
Yeah, I can't do it. In my stomach, of all the places.
Well, I mean, we could do it other places, but they suggested the stomach because
they say it's not as...
It's not as... Your stomach's not as tender as, like, say, the back of your arm or your butt.
Yeah, the back of my rear, like in my lower thigh. I mean, my lower hip. And I'm not thrilled about that. He comes in at 5 o'clock in the morning, gives me a shot, and he gives me a shot at 5 o'clock in the evening.
Sometimes you don't even feel them. But I think we've been doing it so many times across your stomach that your belly that you're starting to get a little raw.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out of spaces. Even for my big belly, I'm still running out of space. I'm running out of space.
Yeah, we do it 5 in the morning and then 5 in the evening. So
yeah,
every 12 hours she gets a shot.
And I don't like it.
And you'll be doing it for another week.
I know. He woke me up with that this morning because I wondered yesterday. I don't even look at him. And he said, you got another week. And I just wanted to cry. I was like, no, tell me that at
that's the
5 in the
worst.
morning.
That's the worst thing that's been happening to her. And that's the only time she's had any pain is from the shots.
Yeah. And I know he
feels... It's a little tiny needle, but, still.
It hurts in the stomach. I mean, it hurts. I just... And then he tries to be gentle, and I know he does. And I know he feels bad, because when I start going, I know one hurt one time that I yelled. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I just felt bad. But I have some nieces that have to have them, and they do them twice a day during their pregnancy, and they do them for 9 months. So my little 2 weeks, I really have nothing to complain about. I have a niece right now that's ready to have her baby, and she does it all the time. So I have to give her credit. And I have to just, learn to live with it. But other than that, everything seems to be gone. I've lost 5 pounds. I weighed myself again, and I still, I'm only down 5 pounds. But it will come. I know people say, oh, I've lost 15 pounds in the first week. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a little slower at losing. I've already lost 60 pounds, and now with...
Before the surgery.
Before the surgery, and now with that, 65. So, I think I've done pretty good, and I'm not going to put myself down.